I'm Hal Greenwood. We like to think of Midwest Federal as the #1 sports fan, as the savings institution responsible for bringing more sports action, and in particular, the Minnesota Twins radio and television. We also like to think we are helping up-and-coming contenders by sponsoring the Twins baseball clinics. Over 7,600 boys and 2,500 adults attended the clinics throughout Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa this past season. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Frank Quillisi on his first full year as a manager and wish him well in 1974. Now let's see some of the action of 1973.
Hello, I'm Ray Scott. We're going to look back at the 1973 season of the Minnesota Twins. We're going to look at a team that produced the American League batting champion for the second year in a row. And we'll look at a former American League batting champion in a new role in 1973. We'll look at a team that produced a 20-game winner. But perhaps more important than anything else, we're going to look at a lot of young players. Players the Twins are counting on to lead them to a championship. Pitching is recognized as the backbone of every Major League ball club. Certainly the ace of the Twins pitching staff is Bert Blyleven. 1973 was definitely a banner year for Bert. He made the All-Star team for the first time. He won 20 games for the first time. And he also set a team record for strikeouts.
This year I was extremely happy with the year I had. The biggest thrill this year was for me making the All-Star team. I set a couple records. I broke the strikeout record for the Twins. I had most complete games. I had 9 shutouts this year. Also, I think the exciting part was winning 20 games, and I think I hope I can win 20 games for lots more seasons to come. I really don't think I have a best pitch. I rely mainly on my fastball and curveball. I can strike out, I think, anybody with my fastball and curveball, and when I go out there, and if it isn't a tight situation, I'm going to make them hit my best pitch.
Arizona State University has produced many exceptional baseball players, and at midseason, the Twins, through the Major League Draft, acquired one of that school's most highly touted pitchers, Eddie Bain. Eddie's first start attracted the largest regular season crowd in the history of the Twins.
My first year, half year of pro ball, my accomplishments and my goals, I don't set any goals for myself. Just being up here is the goal enough, and I just hope I can set a trend for the smaller player. I just like to get in some games and get a chance, because I think that's what they have me up here for, is to try and get some people out. My best pitch undoubtedly is a curveball, and I just thrown it the other day in the bullpen, and I think it's not really a curveball. It's kind of a cross between a slider and a curve, called a slurve ball, and it's a pitch that sets everything else up, and I'd also throw a changeup and a fastball. Everyone's told me up here the key to winning is to throw strikes and to change speeds, and if I can do that, I hope I can win.
Whether he is ultimately used as a starting pitcher or reliever, the Twins surely expect big things from young Eddie Bain. The Twins pitching staff, one of the youngest in baseball, also included fastballer Joe Decker. Dave Goltz, Ray Corbin, Dan Fife, and Vic Albury. In 1973, Jim Cott started the year with the Twins, but late in the season was sent to Chicago as Minnesota leaned heavily on the development of its young pitching staff. In the outfield, new twin Larry Heisel showed versatility at the plate and in the field. Bob Darwin continued his power hitting. He led the team in RBIs and home runs. Outfielder and sometimes first baseman Jim Holt added consistent hitting and fine fielding. The most pleasant surprise for the Twins in the outfield in 1973 was the late season development of Steve Bry. He showed that he had the great range it takes to play center field. He also proved he could get the clutch base hit. And also hit for power. Baseball has always been considered a great family game. So we thought you might enjoy family baseball, twin style. The word which best sums up the achievements of Rod Carew is fantastic. He made the All-Star team for the 7th year in a row. He won his 3rd American League batting title. A true superstar. Also in the infield in 1973 was the team's outstanding rookie, Jerry Terrell. A native Minnesotan, Jerry played the role of utility man, and he filled in well at third, shortstop, and second base. Even though they were slowed by injuries during the season, Danny Thompson and Steve Braun made big contributions in the field and at the plate. A pleasant surprise was the play of catcher George Mitterwald. Mitty enjoyed his finest season. He proved he could swing the big bat. And he also showed that he indeed had a major league arm. The 1973 season was highlighted in the American League by the adoption of the so-called designated hitter rule. By this rule, a team could name one batter to hit in the place of the pitcher, without the pitcher having to leave the game. Now, this job, in the case of the Twins, rested, you might say, on the knees of Tony Oliva. Knee surgery had severely hampered Tony's ability to play in the field, but it certainly did not affect his great talent of hitting.
Last year, before I hear about the rule, and after I have the operation, I had to think about if my play career finished. They don't want to keep the guy around if you can contribute to the ball club in one way or another. But after I hear the new rules, I think I could be able to play another 5 or 6 years.
The designated hitter for us was godsend, really, with Tony Oliva in the situation that he was in. He wasn't able to play defense, and we were able to use him the entire season. And he hit very well for us in the clutch, and I'm sure gave him a lot of confidence that possibly he could come back. As far as the game itself, I think the designated hitter has added an awful lot of action to it. I know for me that it has kept the game going in the strategy of the hit and run, the steal, and just using your hitters more effectively. It's been a very big asset to us.
So 1973 was a year of development for the Twins, a year in which the young players gained a valuable year of experience. A year in which the Twins took another step toward its ultimate goal, the pennant. It's fun to watch Twins baseball. Get your group together now. Contact the Twins ticket office, Metropolitan Stadium, Bloomington, Minnesota.